welcome back to my channel. I pray that you're blessed and that everyone around you is blessed as well. If you're new, welcome. I'm Tina from Tina Wonderfully Made, and if you're old around here, if you're one of the older book besties, welcome back. Let's get into the video. So I did a few bookish things today before I had to go to my follow-up appointment for my hand surgery, and I didn't film anything, but I will show you what I did, or what I got. I did unhaul a few books, which I didn't even bother to pick up my phone to film which books I got rid of. It was just a few that I had gotten from the free library that I realized that I probably was not going to read. But I did find some good ones, and there is like one or two that I have a copy of, but I want to give them to probably a friend or something. And then I went to one of the indie bookstores that I like to go to and grabbed a couple books. I want to do a video on books that I want to read throughout the summer, and so I was like keeping that in mind. I didn't want to go too crazy because I have enough books, so but I did want to find like one or two that I could stick in that little category of summer reads. So I would definitely try to film that. If I don't do like a separate video, I'll include it in this one. But yeah, I did also stop at Trader Joe's to grab this one soup that my daughter really likes, and just a few little things. And I got some fresh flowers just to add to my house. So yeah, I had a good time. Like, I am missing work, but at the same time I'm not, because I have been able to do some reading and enjoy it and relax while my hand was healing. I did go get my stitches removed, so that was fun. It's not as bad as I thought it was as far as like the pain level and stuff. I'm healing very well, the doctor said, and so I'm just still on the road to recovery. I'm limited but not limited with the usage of my hand, so we shall see. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to turn into my house with this hand. It's not working. Oh, there we go. But let me show you really quick what I got. Let me put it in park. Take my seatbelt off because cute angle. And as you can see, no more locks. I have my hat on because I need to wash my hair again before my daughter straightens it. But let me see what I got. I'm going to show you my little free library, little free library haul. And then I will show you what I got at the bookstore. Look at me all over the place. I'm sorry, you guys are probably like losing it. So I got The Push by Ashley Audrain. I did read this already, but I don't know if I want to keep the hardcover or because I have a soft cover. But the reason why I picked this one up is because in the same little free library, I found another book by Ashley Audrain, which is The Whispers. That's just a pretty cover. And so I was like, I mean, it's two books by the same author. It's two books by the same author in hardcover, so I like that. And then in the same little free library, I did find The Therapist by B.A. Paris. I don't think I have that one on my shelf, and just reading the synopsis sounded really good. I also found another copy of The House of Eve by Sadika Johnson in another little free library, and this looks like in perfect condition. So we'll see And then I found this one and the last one that I stopped in, which is Intermezzo by Sally Rooney, which I thought was pretty cool because I remember a few bookstagrammers and booktubers talking about this book. So those are my little free library picks. And then I stopped at the indie bookstore, like I said, and I did find one book that was on my Amazon wish list. It's been on there for a while, which was You Had Me at Hola by Alexis Daria. And yeah, I thought that was pretty good. That one was $6.50. And then I found a Kristen Hanna book for $7. No, $6.50, which is Magic Hour, which I don't have. And then this is the one that I picked up for my spring/summer reads, which is Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune. This, I believe, is my first Carly Fortune purchase. This was $7. I gotta take this sticker off. But yeah, I'm gonna try and film my spring/summer reads, more like summary reads. I don't know if I want to add it to this video. I probably will because it's probably going to be very short. So let's get back in the house before I go and try and spend money that I don't have. Okay, so it's the next day. I shopped my shelves because in the month of July and probably August, I want to read books that have to do with summer settings, summer vibes. And I didn't want to pick too many because I also have my TBR cart that I'm going to be picking from, which I already picked the ones for July. And I'll just let you know what those are. I just picked two, and one of them is part of the summer stack, and then the other one is on my shelf. So I first want to address the fact that I look like that little girl from the movie Matilda. I have my hair up because I'm doing some housework, and I figured let me just get my summer reads out just in case I'm in a mood reading feelings or emotions, or I don't know what I'm trying to say. And I just want to pick one of these books up early. But yeah, so as you can see, I have a stack here. These are the ones, I'm sure there's other books on my shelf that have summer vibes, but I just did not see them or just didn't dig far enough. So let's get started. It is a huge stack, and I'm probably not supposed to be carrying these with my arm. As you can see, I got my stitches out and have a band-aid. So the first one, a lot of these books, I think all of these books, I have no clue what they're about except for maybe one. And so yeah, I have like a mixture. I was trying to have a mixture. I was trying to find like a nonfiction book that was summery, or gave summer vibes, but I don't really think I have one. So these are the ones that I picked. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, and I'm sure I have some on my Kindle that I didn't even check for. And if I do, I'll let you know, but we'll see. So the first one is Firefly Lane by Kristen Hanna. Of course, I had to include one of her books because I am missing her stories. And this one, like the first line and the synopsis in the back, it says, in a turbulent summer of 1974. That was like the first line. And I was like, add to cart, add to the stack. And from what I remember, this is about like 2 best friends. Yeah, it's about a couple of best friends. And I heard that this is a really, really good book. So I am excited to read this. Also, it's funny because I'm planning on reading this in July, and my best friend's birthday is in July, so I'm sure I'm probably going to keep this for a July read. So Firefly Lane. And then the next one was sent to me by a dear friend over on Instagram, Tori, and she sent me this one, and I'm not sure if it has anything to do with summer. Like, I didn't see anything in the synopsis about summer, but the cover is given summer nights, and so it is Every Last Secret by A.R. Torrey. I read, what was it? The Good Lie by A.R. Torrey, and it was a 5-star. So I'm hoping this gives the same vibes, because that book was awesome. Like, the twists were twisting. So I'm ready to read this one. The other one is one that I picked for my July picks for my TBR cart, and it's The Last Thing He Told Me by Laura Dave. And I believe this is like a thriller. It's a fiction, but I don't know if it's like a thriller or a mystery or something. But I've heard like mixed things about this, and I have no idea what it's about. But I have heard mixed reviews like throughout the last couple of years, I believe. But finally going to get this off from my shelf, and if it just does not grasp me, like I said, from my TBR cart, those are the books that have been on my shelf for a while, and if it just doesn't get my attention, it's being donated. I also found a hardcover of this, and if, like I said, it doesn't grasp me, they're both going somewhere else. Let's see. The next one is definitely given summer, and it's One Italian Summer by Rebecca Serrell. This will be my first Rebecca Serrell read, and same thing with the last book. I heard a lot of mixed things about it, but we're gonna give it a shot. And it's a very short book, so we'll see how I like her writing, because she has a few other books that I've heard are really good. Like, I think In 5 Years is written by her, which is another July pick from my TBR cart. So this one and In 5 Years will be read throughout the summer. The next one is, this one I watched the movie some years ago, and I figured, they always say the book is better, which I also believe, because I've read a few books before movies have come out, and I feel like the book is better. So this one is The Secret Lives of Bees, and this is by Sue Monk Kidd. The movie was so good, so I'm hoping that the book is even better. And I don't know if it has anything to do with summer, but like the names in here, the bee, the honey, like summer vibes. Now, the next one was sent to me by a dear friend, Miss Michelle, and this one, she says, is one of her favorite reads, and I cannot wait, because I did read a book by this author last month, I believe it was, and so 5 stars. So hopefully this is given the same, and I picked it because of the name. I'm not sure if it has anything to do with summer either. I'm sure it does. But it's called Catch the Sun by Jennifer Hartman, and just the cover is so beautiful, like so pretty. So this one is definitely going to get read. I just, after reading Still Beating, I am like obsessed with her writing, so definitely wanted to read this. And then this one I bought during my indie bookstore like haul, and everyone has read it, I'm sure. Everyone's talked about it, and I was saving it because it's just giving summer. It's giving summer vibes, and it's Say You Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. Everyone has read this book, I'm sure. I'm probably the last one, but I was, like I said, was saving it for summer. I mean, it's giving beach, it's giving carnival, by the water, like, and I've heard also mixed things about this too. Like, let me know in the comments if you've read any of these books and what your ratings were, because I want to know, and we'll just compare notes and all that. So definitely want to read this one. And then the last one that I'm going to add to my summer reading is the one I just got yesterday from the indie bookstore that I went to. I took myself on a little like solo date-ish after my follow-up appointment, and it's Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune. I know Every Summer After is, I'm guessing, the first book. I don't know if they're like, if it's a series. I don't know if, so maybe I should get Every Summer After before I read this one, because it's saying by the author of Every Summer After. So I'm guessing, so maybe we'll do that. This will be on the list still, but I'm gonna grab Every Summer After before I read this one, just to make sure. Let me know if you've read any of Carly Fortune books and if they're interconnected, if they're a series, because I don't want to like start this and then not know what's going on. So this is the last book. I'm sure, like I said, there are some books on my shelf that are giving summer vibes, and I just passed them by. There's always more summers to come. Or if I finish these, then I will find some others. I don't know. But what I'm thinking too is I should unwrap my August TBR books, just in case there are summer ones, and then if they're not summery, then I'll just save them for August. What do you think? Let's do it. So with my TBR cart, it's over here. I'm not even gonna move it because I have some stuff that I am going to move into my book room once it's situated. My son has found a place, thank you Jesus, and he is on the verge of, well, not the verge, but he's in the process of moving. So this is my temporary setup. So I'm not gonna move the cart. Like I said, there's stuff in front of it that I'm not even gonna bother. So I use my homegirl to pick a number between 1 and 25. I don't have 25 books, but we'll see. Alexa, pick a number between 1 and 25.
Here's a number between 1 and 25. It's 15.
Oh, she picked 15. So let's see what that is. It's a big one. Number 15, let's see. It took a while. I had to ask her a few times because she had already picked numbers that I had already opened. So this will be my TBR read for my TBR cart for August. And like I said, if this is not given summer, I'll save it for my August reads. Anna O, which I don't believe is summer. No. So we're gonna save this for August. Put this down. Okay, let's try again. Alexa, pick a number between 1 and 25.
Here's a number between 1 and 25. It's 16.
She already picked 16. Alexa, pick a number between 1 and 25.
Here's a number between 1 and 25. It's 23.
Oh, she picked 23. Let's see, it's another big one. It's so crazy to see like my books dwindling. There has been some books that I've picked throughout the months that I just did not read. So hopefully this is a good one. Okay. Remarkably Bright Creatures is definitely given summer. And like I said, this is, I think it's magical realism. And I've heard a lot of good things about this book, and I believe it's about like this octopus that talks to this lady. I could be totally wrong, but yay. So this is going to be definitely an August read. I'm going to save it for August. But like I said, if I get through these, this will definitely get picked up. And yeah, this is given summer. I love it. So next time, I want to say next time I'll be in my book room, but don't quote me on that, okay? It's probably gonna take a while. I want to like do a few things in there. So yeah, with that being said, until next time, remember that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Talk to you later. Bye.